Is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, head coach of the NMMI Bronco football team, which, by the way, is in the hunt for a national championship now. Coach, I'm just going to say Coach Kurt. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great, Thanks for having me.
Thanks for bringing on the show.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
sir.
Congratulations on well, first getting into the game and getting into the show, so to speak. And
Yes, sir.
now it's a whole new ball game, I guess, for the team now.
It's kind of like a brand new season. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is for folks that don't understand it. It's kind of this is a big deal for the NMMI to. It's kind of explain that process to compete for that national champion. It's a lot harder than people realize
Yes,
to
sir.
get into that. To just get in it. And then obviously once you're in, and you got to battle your way through. But kind of to give a sense of that accomplishment there, explain people just how much of a big achievement this is for the team.
It's huge. This is the first time the NJCAA has had it's a first inaugural playoff.
Yeah.
So to be one of the first 4 teams to be participating in it, I mean it's huge for the school and
It's
the
history.
program. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, we're pretty excited for it. The guys are, feel like we're ready.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they worked their butt off all season for it. So
Sure.
it's just pretty rewarding to, be in the top 4 teams competing for it all. So
Absolutely. Does it? I'm curious. Does when moments like this happen for the team? Obviously, and it for us as fans of football in general, teams are very much that structure. Regimented schedules. That coaches for the most part live and die by that. They want to keep their team on that schedule.
yes, sir.
Hey, it's Tuesday. We're doing this, and so we can get ready for Saturday or whatever. Does that change in this world, or does that do you try to say, what, it's business as usual, or do you have to kind of do a lot of adjustments now?
No, I mean the structure within the environment at school
Sure.
really helps out a lot.
Sure.
It kind of establishes that discipline within, and the camaraderie that we want in as a team.
Yeah.
So it's huge to be from the school like New Mexico Military Institute to make it this far.
Sure.
Because like I said, it really helps, and it helps the team out a lot as far as like the spirit and camaraderie heading into the season.
Yeah.
Just staying together when the adversity hits. Kind of bounce back from it and fight back and like I said, we're just very excited to be
Sure.
at this point
Yeah.
of the season to keep playing in December. So we're really fortunate and just feel like hard work is paying off.
Absolutely, and the great part is they get to play basically a home game here.
Yes, sir.
The game will be taking place this Sunday at the Wool Bowl here in Roswell. They're going to be their first opponent, and that's why I say first, because the idea is to have more after
Yes, sir.
this.
That's the goal. That's the goal. So.
First opponent here will be Northwest Mississippi Community College. They're going to be coming here to town. What do you know about this team right now?
This team is a pretty good team. They won their.
They made the playoffs, so obviously they're real teams at this point.
They're from the Mississippi Conference, and that conference is pretty good.
Okay.
There were 4 teams that were battling it out for their conference championship, and they were the ones that came out on top, just like how we did.
Sure.
But yeah, Northwest is a pretty good team.
Sure.
On both sides of the ball. So we're gonna have to be on our best this Sunday to match their best. And like I said, they got some players, and I feel like Coach Benji Parker and his staff have done a great job with their team, getting their guys ready throughout the season. Because like I said, making it this far, is not easy. So.
Sure. And I'm sure you're very familiar with this. This is something that I checked out a couple years ago. If folks want to get a kind of a glimpse at JUCO football and things like that, Netflix a couple years ago, that
Yes,
Last
sir.
Chance U, where they covered a couple, basically like the college you're playing here. I think the first season
Yes, sir.
is
It
one of
was
the
in
colleges down in that
Mississippi.
area there,
Yes, sir.
Mississippi area.
Yes, sir.
And so it kind of that really focused on players that were more like kind of messed up chances, where they were had tickets to Division I schools. They did something and now they're playing in JUCO to try to get back to that status. But if you kind of take that side of the show out of it and just kind of look at the lifestyle of the JUCO players, the schedule, the grind, how it's done, you get a real good glimpse, I think, of what JUCO football is really like. And I think once you see that, you understand how kind of a big deal these playoffs are going to be now. This kind of, because these are kids, that they're this is, for some, this is going to be the biggest stage they get on. They'll go on to be successful in other areas besides football, but as far as their football careers go, this could be the biggest stage for some and things like that, and so it's a pretty big deal too.
It is.
This football game.
Like I said, a lot of these kids, come from a lot of different backgrounds. To be able to work together and to be one of the final four to play for it all. I mean, it's huge to the testament of the work that they put in.
Absolutely.
And seeing that's just the other side of the JUCO life that people see on the National Chance U. But here at New Mexico Military, it's a totally different environment too, because we have structure, we have people. We have people that help out with us as a staff to get our guys in line and make sure they're out of stay out of trouble and safe as well. So.
And that's why I kind of pointed out the really show focuses more on kids that kind of messed up and are trying to make their comeback.
More so like a second chance from
So that
years.
side of the show is not really kind of what we're talking about here, but just seeing how the practices go, kind of that the whole coaching and that's very similar in that. And I'm sure like when you watch that and you see the coaches working and stuff, you're like, man, that could be one of our coaching rooms here at
we kind of deal we kind of deal with some of the same problems as far as like kids and all that stuff.
Sure,
but
they're students.
The young 18, 19-year-old kids. So like I said, I think the guys that came here at NMMI, I mean, they're great kids. They're here for a reason, and they're trying to get out and make it back to those 4-year schools, or kids that come straight out of high school.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that second chance because they were probably either overlooked or didn't get as much attention in recruiting.
Sure.
Coming out of high school. So.
Let me ask you this question, and this is getting a little philosophical, but it kind of falls in that vein, because obviously you have student athletes on your team that and like some of those situations you see on TV and everything, some of those students, their ultimate goal is to try to get on to be a professional football player. Where at the Institute, that's not always necessarily the case. I mean, because some may be pursuing a military career, some may be pursuing a business career. There's football is just kind of, hey, I'm in college, I want to play football, and I'm going to play football.
Yep.
So does that juggle or change on what you do as a coach, or is it as you see in some of the ones where all the players are oriented towards making another level of football?
That's the the beauty about coming to New Mexico Military. You don't just focus on one goal. I mean, yes, making it to the NFL and the 4-year school, it's a great goal to have.
Sure.
But New Mexico Military have options. There's the JROTC program, the preparatory program.
Sure.
And then many other, degree programs that we have on campus that kids can, major in. And, by the time their second year is done, they kind of find out, this is what I want to do. But majority of them have the goal of and the desire to make it to a 4-year school.
Sure.
Ultimately to make it to the NFL.
Sure. And so a lot of them still have aspirations of playing past JUCO football here.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Good deal. 'Cause I didn't know with it, being at NMMI where that changes that, where, because you have kids that are trying to get into football, or obviously NMMI is a little, like, I'm trying to say this, community college, you sign up, you're in. Where NMMI, you have to apply, you have to be accepted. You know what I mean? There's a tougher criteria to get into NMMI. And so people that maybe aren't solely anything before, they're going to move on past that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So you're getting guys that, let's say, and I hate to say it this way because it's not right, but at the end of the day, their end game's not football. So they're not, you know what I mean? And that's
the message we're trying to, as coaches, football is not everything.
Yeah.
We would like to all play on Sunday,
sure,
on TV and stuff, but at the end of the day, football is not everything. That's why we stress the importance of academics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get your degree so when you plan A doesn't work, you can fall back to plan B.
Well, and even if football is everything, I've yet to meet a football player that's 45, 50 still playing football.
Yes, sir.
And
unless you're Tom Brady.
Yeah, unless you're Tom Brady,
Yes.
exactly.
Unless you're Tom Brady.
Yeah, and they haven't invented the fountain youth for real yet. So very good. Now, actually, if you don't mind, I want to take a quick break here and hang out for a few minutes. Real quick, I'm doing my boss a favor right there because everyone he yells at me for going really long on interviews.
No,
so I want to help him out here. But I do want to mention real quick. Folks, you can get tickets for Sunday's game.
Sir.
You can only get them online. It's because of the world of COVID and all the craziness that's going on. They don't like when you walk up with money and want to say, "I want to go in." They look at you like you're weird. So don't do that. Go.
Yeah, we encouraged to go check out our website or the njcaa.org website where all those links. If you can't make it out to the stadium this Sunday, we encourage to there's a live stream that you could pay for.
Yes,
online.
I believe it's $18.
Yes, sir.
And you click on it and you can watch the game.
Yes, sir.
But if you're here in town, get on out to the Wool Bowl Sunday. Trust me, the players will appreciate it much more when those stands are full of fans cheering on the Broncos for the win on Sunday here.
Yep.
So and it's cheaper. It's only $10 to watch it live. So you're actually going to save money by coming and enjoying a better experience at the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, so it's kind of so ticket prices if you buy it early prior to Sunday is $15 actually, and then it's
15.
18
right.
if you
buy it the day of.
Get at the gate.
So save $3. Go buy it today, tomorrow, and then again you're good to go.
Yes, sir.
You'll find a link if you go to our 106.5 Rouse's Talk Event Facebook page, the NMMI Athletics Facebook page. They both have a link to the place where you can purchase tickets.
Yes, sir.
They also have a link for the preview of the game. In there, you'll find a link if you would like to watch the video streaming of it.
Sir.
Either way, so you'll find the ticket link too. They're both right there. That's probably the quickest, easiest way if you want to access where to get your tickets there for that. So cool. Let's do this. Let's take a quick pause for news, and then King Commando, and then we're going to talk more with Coach Kurt here because I want to talk real quick a little bit about your ties to NMMI. You're growing up here. I want to get in that side a little bit. So let's talk about that on the other side.
Now a Pickles Valley News